Do you often find yourself feeling dizzy, lightheaded, or even nauseous? Hi, my name's Nathan from the COVID Recovery Initiative, and today I'm going to explain why this happens, as well as a lot of other what we call postural symptoms. So after having COVID, it has a huge toll on the body. It's a huge stress on the body, and that can lead to us basically not regulating our systems as well as we should. And on today's episode of Symptoms Explained, we're going to talk about our blood pressure management. Now, there's conditions named orthostatic intolerance, or POTS, which are really blood pressure management problems. So it's not necessarily that we have high or low blood pressure, it's just that the body doesn't regulate it as well as it should. And that can be for multiple reasons. Now, symptoms such as lightheadedness and visual disturbance is often contributed to because there's not enough blood coming towards the head. Now, there is enough that we're not going to get brain damage or anything like that, but we often find that we'll feel lightheaded and we have visual disturbance. And this could be blacking out in some cases, but it also could be silver stars or spots, tunnel vision, or even graying out. Now, this is a decrease in blood flow to the optic nerve, and it's a message from your body to actually say, can you please change position? So we might find ourselves fidgeting. You might like to lie down and put your feet up, because it's much easier to get blood across a horizontal surface than it is up. We don't often see waterfalls go up, put it that way. So they're the first two symptoms. We also see a lot of muscle myalgia, so muscle aches and pains, especially in our limbs, so hands and legs as well. Now, the main reason behind why they're there is, again, often because of blood flow. It's just harder to get blood out of our extremities. So the heart and hands are furthest from our body, and especially in our arms, we don't have as many muscle pumps. So doing anything above our heads, like raising our hands, maybe putting washing out, washing our hair, these type of things can be really challenging. We often find that we're getting more muscle aches and pains as a result of that. And contracting your muscles, fidgeting, and even compression can be useful for that. But we'll talk about more of those strategies in another video. The next one is heat sensitivity, or sensitivity to change in temperature. Now, if we think of blood pressure regulation, we often find that when it's hot and cold, we have changes in blood flow. So when it's hot, we need to get more blood to the skin, hence maybe a pink or red complexion, because this means that our body's cooling ourselves down. Now, if we're not as good at regulating our blood pressure, then basically our body's going to struggle and we're going to get these postural symptoms. So especially these symptoms in heat or prolonged period standings is something that we see as well. The next one is alcohol sensitivity. Now, alcohol is a vasodilator, which means it pushes out our blood vessels. And with this, that means it's harder for us to regulate our blood pressure. So often people don't tolerate alcohol too well, or they find that they have a lot more of what, again, we refer to these postural symptoms. So hopefully these help and understand. There's some simple strategies that we can put into place for that. Such as hydration, depending on your blood pressure, salts, as well as compression. And most importantly, it's about lifestyle management, understanding what this is so that we can take the next step. So if you'd like more information about this, then visit COVID Recovery Initiative. There are lots of free resources there. But also, if you found this helpful, please share this, because we want to make sure that people are not being stuck with post-COVID fatigue, they're not being long haulers, and they can get back into life. So thank you for listening, and we'll hopefully speak to you again soon.